Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a general reading for the sign of Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Capricorn, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. All of your comments as well. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never solicit for private readings and I will never send emails to you. I do offer private readings, and that information can be found in the About section of my YouTube page. I just want you to keep yourselves safe. Don't fall for any scammers. Capricorn, today your reading will be done with the Rosebud Tarot, this gorgeous deck. And your oracle card to get the overall energy will be from the Elemental Oracle, Stacy DeMarco. I love using her decks. I have several of her decks, so I'm gonna start using them more with the channel. So thank you so much, Capricorn, for being here. I hope you guys are surviving Mercury retrograde. It is upon us. So if your email is slow, your internet, your communication with other people just is confusing, give yourself grace. I can't even make it up. I can't even make it up. The card that you got is electricity. You know, I haven't really mentioned Mercury retrograde that much, and nor Wi-Fi, nor anything like that. So the fact that you got this, Spirit doesn't make any mistakes. The card is electricity, and the word above that is wildness. Number 36, which reduces to a 9. Such an amazing open heart chakra, open solar plexus chakra. Just, we're all out here free and loud and powerful and boisterous, and at the center of us everything exists, which is what I just heard. At the center of us everything exists. You know, it's funny, when I think of Capricorns, I wouldn't necessarily, don't be upset me saying this is just my perception, there's nothing from Spirit, just my perception. I wouldn't associate this kind of energy with Capricorn energy, because Capricorns are they're so grounded and rooted in the practical, right? They're so smart and can make something out of next to nothing. That's what I've known the Capricorns in my life to be able to do. They can take nothing and turn it into abundance. So right now but we're not talking about external things right now. We're talking about internal energies within you, the soul space, the confidence center, the heart of who you are is what we're talking about right now. Nothing on the outside, all on the inside. So, 4-card spread, past, present, future, advice from Spirit. 4 cards to clarify. The deck has been reshuffled. The deck has been pre-shuffled. I said reshuffle. I'm gonna reshuffle. There are no accidents. I slipped and said that for a reason. Reshuffling, Spirit, reshuffling. All right. Now, let's go. 4 cards for Capricorn. My arms and hands feel a little jello-y right now. I don't know what that's about. They feel a little, I don't know, malleable is the word that wanted to come out. The deck feels very chaotic, actually. There's energy here. There's electricity here right now. Because I don't feel like it's a bad thing. It's almost like there's something pent up in you. There's something so pent up in you, and you just need to express it or get it out. Maybe that's been hard for you. Beautiful. Okay. Beautiful. But we got to get to that beautiful. All right, let's go. Past energy. You got the Four of Earth. Sorry, it's quite bright outside right now. Four of Earth in the upright is the Four of Pentacles. So Pentacles is Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And so very first card, it kind of, this is such an interesting picture because it's kind of this older lady. She looks like she's at like a resort, and she brought all her stuff with her, which seems wholly unnecessary, like to the beach or to the poolside or whatever this is. She brought it all with her because she can't leave it behind. She can't leave it behind, but you got this card in the reverse. So in your past position, there was a sense of letting go of something. Four of Earth can talk about somebody who is stingy almost, or just really tight with their things, their finances, their material goods, their opportunities, their networking, their friends, just tight, just really, I don't want to share kind of energy. But you got this in reverse in the past energy. So it's kind of like, nope, I'm just going to spread the love around. What's mine is yours, what's yours is mine, to a degree. Feeling an open heart space, feeling generous, feeling like you want everybody to enjoy what you enjoy. Right? Nine of Water in the reverse. This is somebody living in the lap of luxury, a little overindulgent, and you got it in the reverse here. So, you know, maybe you gave away a little too much. That's okay though. I don't feel that there's any kind of regret energy. I don't feel like you're upset about that in any way. Maybe you had too much. Maybe it was, you know, the more stuff you have, the more stuff you have to take care of. And, you know, this could have been, you sold a car, or you sold a business, or you hired somebody to help you with all of your responsibilities, giving up responsibilities so that others can help you share the load. I didn't want to say burden. Burden popped into my head, but maybe for somebody out there, the word burden came up for you, but it didn't come up for me. It was more like just lend a helping hand, or you know, by ourselves we can't lift a piano, but if we have 10 of our friends helping us lifting that piano, it might be awkward, but it'll be easier, right? So you involving others is something that I see in your past energy. And when you involve others, you had to open up a little bit. Perhaps it was admitting a vulnerability. I can't do it by myself. Can you help me? And for a Capricorn, that might be difficult. Capricorns are very entrepreneurial. They figure it out on their own, especially if they don't, you know, I could go up to a Capricorn and say, I can help. But if I don't know what I'm doing, it's like of no use to you. So you might be the kind of person that's just like, ugh, I'll do it myself. In the present energy, you have the Four of Water, Four of Cups, clarified by the sovereignty of fire, which is the King of Wands. You got this card in reverse. So let's talk about the Four of Cups. This character, and I'll notice the blue moon behind them. Blue moon, I believe, please correct me if I'm wrong with the blue moon, I believe is a phenomena that if you have, I don't know where I'm getting this information, but I feel like we just had a blue moon sorry, I'm trying to adjust my seat here. I feel like we just had a blue moon in July, and I think it happens when you have 2 full moons falling within the same month, which is not common. And I think the second of those moons is the blue moon. I could totally be lying about that, but it felt right. So I'm going to say it. Spirit gave it to me. I'm going to say it. But then there's that song, Blue Moon, you saw me standing alone. Thank you, Spirit. You saw me standing alone without a care in my heart, without a love of my own. Does this have to do in your present energy with a love situation? Are you feeling lonely? Are you feeling isolated? Are you feeling like nobody understands you? You're sitting on top of this mountain, which reminds me, it's not the Hermit card, but it reminds me of Hermit energy. Hermit, meaning it's one of the cards of the major arcana, that it's a person, when they're in hermit mode, they kind of retreat away from society to try and figure themselves out. They go through a dark night of the soul, a spiritual awakening, a reckoning of sorts. It can be an ugly process because you're having to sit with yourself, right? Can be an ugly process. I just heard a Capricorn out there make some kind of a snide remark, like, speak for yourself, I'm not ugly, or something like that. It makes me laugh. But I've gotten this card a couple times. I never actually, said that song lyric. You saw me standing alone without a care in my heart, without a love of my own. I don't actually know if those are the lyrics in that order, but those are the lyrics. So, Four of Water talks about, seeing three cups representing Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energies, love, emotions, 3 cups on the ground, and not realizing that there's another cup right beside you. It's the Ace of Cups from Spirit. It's Spirit saying to you, here you go. I'm offering this to you. Will you take it? Do you see the cup of love that's right in front of you? Will you take it? And there's this energy here where I feel like you're not feeling confident. The King of Wands is very passionate. King of Wands, very passionate. Look at him. He's got a motorcycle. Very sexy. You're not feeling like that right now. You're not necessarily feeling like you can kind of ride off into the sunset with whomever, whatever. I mean, look at how radically different these two characters look. So different, right? Just take it as it resonates. You can see the pictures of there's a modesty. I'm going to use that word. There's a modesty, a kind of homeliness to that card. And this card is like all James Dean, like rebel without a cause in reverse. So there's a lack of confidence in your present situation. It's temporary. I'm actually going to ask for a clarifier from Spirit. Let's see, what is this in regards to, Spirit? Okay. 6 of Earth. 6 of Pentacles is about equal give and take and reciprocity. And it's clarified by the Chariot card. This is Cancer energy. So you could be dealing with a Cancer. You could be dealing with a movement. Chariot is the charioteer. It's the vehicle of movement forward towards a victory. So it might not be about love. It might just be about a lack of confidence with a business endeavor, right? Where you're trying to, it's interesting about this card, there are 2 flower pots or pentacles on this side and there are 4 on this side. So there isn't an equality here. And so if it has to do with a business venture, for example, maybe, you have an investor that isn't willing to invest as much as you invest. And because maybe they change their mind about that, and because of that shift where you're going to have to offer up more than your fair share, the fair share, you're not feeling confident about it anymore. If it has to do with a relationship, it's just like, how much are we giving to each other? How much can we afford to give? Why aren't we giving? Right? Because it's clearly we want to move forward. These two cards came out in the upright to clarify your present energy. That sense of isolation or trepidation, not being able to move forward, right? Though the desire is there, but there is a lack of equality here. Because I see there's investment, right? They're like digging and planting and putting seeds in, right? Because I don't see any, you know, yes, there are plants in the background, but it's hard to tell if they're harvesting or planting, but I think they're planting. And if you're trying to create something and you have a partnership involved, it can be hard when that partner isn't ponying up. I didn't see one other card fell out here. It was the Four of Air, or the Four of Swords. Four of Swords, you did get the card in reverse. Four of Swords talks about a period of rest after a period of disappointment. And you got this card in reverse. You're tired of standing on the sidelines, I just heard. Maybe because there's kind of like a football theme here. I'm tired of being on the sidelines. I'm tired of being on the bench. I'm tired of waiting. I want to move. I want to act. I want to run. That's what I just heard. In your future energy, you got the Eight of Earth, or the Eight of Pentacles. This is a card of investment, and it's in the reverse. Right? You see here, in this sense, they're actually making it looks like they're crafting the pots, the pottery, to plant the things within. So the receptacles, the containers, how are we going to store? It's like a bank. Where are we going to put our money? How are we going to store it? How are we going to use it? How are we going to save it? What's curious about this card is that in the reverse, it looks exactly the same. Very unique for this energy. Eight of Pentacles, Earth energy, right? The card of discipline and hard work and investment, clarified by the Seven of Fire, which is the Seven of Wands, fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I got this in the Sagittarius reading, so there, if you have placements in Sagittarius, you might want to watch that reading. Seven of Fire can talk about a defensive stance, a blocking stance. You're on guard, is what I just heard. You're on guard because I don't know which way is up or down. Which way is up and which way is down, I don't even know anymore. But I'm protecting myself. There's like a halo energy, and now I hear that Beyonce song, the Halo song. Huh. A very specific story just came forth. So, two musicians, the one I just mentioned, and I believe, just bear with me, just listen to the story for a second. So, two musicians, Beyonce and I think it was Kelly Clarkson. They were working with producer, songwriter extraordinaire, Ryan Tedder, who is the lead singer of the band One Republic. Ryan Tedder has wrote a lot of pop hits that you might not even know about. That dude is talented, right? I mean, he just creates #1 singles. That's what he does. Sometimes he sings them, sometimes he doesn't. There was some controversy because he wrote 2 songs for these 2 divas of music. And they both did, I think they did fairly well. But I think there was the threat, if not an actual lawsuit, the threat of a lawsuit or displeasure at the very least, because these two women had these two hits, but they accused him of, I mean, he wrote both of the songs, but they said that the songs were so similar in their, I don't know, a musician out there, their cadence, their melody, there were slight variations. So it was almost like you sold her this song and then you sold me this song, and it's basically the same song. There are similarities, and if you hear them, I'm sure people have done studies, because it was kind of a controversy when it first happened. This was years ago, when it was Halo and another song. I'm sorry, I can't remember the Kelly Clarkson song. It was like they were the same song but not the same song, and so there was controversy because they accused him of just like basically not being creative enough, whatever, right? Or he regurgitated the same melody and just made minor tweaks and then tried to make money off of both of them with it, right? Whatever. The point is, it was the same song, but not the same song. That was a very long-winded way, but we got there, okay? I got there. It's the same song, but not the same song. So there's a part of you that might feel in your future tense a slight bit of confusion. They're the same person, but they're not the same person. That's what I just heard. They're the same person, but they're not the same person. Take it as it resonates. I have no idea what that means. You're on your guard. Okay. I'm going to ask Spirit for a clarifier on that one, just because I'm nosy. Came out right away. 2 of fire. Sorry. 2 of fire. 2 of fire is 2 of wands. I could go this way or I could go that way. I could go this way or I could go that way. They're the same but not the same. I can get in my plane, my chariot. I could go this way or I could go that way. I'm not really sure. I'm not entirely sure. I'm drawn to the map in the background of this card. I don't know if you can see it. The map back here. Spirit is just saying, plan your route. Plan your route. Capricorn, you're a planner. Just do what you do that you know works for you. And you can't go wrong. We can never go wrong in a way, right? If our instincts tell us to go right, we go left. Right, we have maybe abundance. Left, we have a lesson. Either way, you're going to get something out of it. Best to follow your instincts, though. So I'm drawn to this, your overall energy, electricity, right? Wildness. You're wanting to let loose. There's a part of you, though, that feels like you can't, because Spirit just said plan your route. You have free will. You can do what you want. No matter what, follow your instincts. And the way to follow our instincts is to be truly in touch with the gut center. Right? We have this brain in the heart, we have this brain in the head, and we have the instincts in the gut. And when you're in a space of danger, you're just gonna move. That primal part of you is gonna move. It doesn't have time to think, it just needs to react. I don't know what that has to do with anything, but Spirit wanted me to say it. With their advice, Spirit's advice, velocity of water, which is the Knight of Cups. The Knights always have something to say. They always have a message. There's some message of love that needs to be expressed. Message coming from the love space, the heart space, that you want. There's something that you want to, it's something that you want to say with all of your heart, with all of who you are. Because look, this is the first time I think that I pulled the Sun for anyone. I don't think I pulled the sun in any reading of this series with the Rosebud Tarot. I will draw your attention to the fact that there's a tremendous synchronicity here. You can't, Spirit doesn't make mistakes. Look at how beautiful that energy is. This is what Spirit wants you to do. Yes, do what has worked for you, but don't be afraid to just do it with every piece of who you are. Oh my God. I'm not even like a Beyonce fan, but I have another Beyonce song, and it's the one that goes, flashing lights, flashing lights. That song is Drunk in Love, right? Is that what that song is called? Drunk in Love? I don't know, Capricorn. Is this like a love reading? Take it as it resonates. Look at how joyous. It's almost like Spirit is holding those Hollywood lights and flashing them on you. Right? Because it's like the universe. What was I saying? It's like the universe is inside of you. It's literally coming out. It's almost like Spirit is flashing this sun energy straight through you like this, right? The light comes from Spirit. They're shining it through you, and it comes out like this. Don't tell me that isn't cool, because it really is. It really is. It's just a freedom of expression. Energetic expression. Freedom. It just feels like such freedom to be able to speak your truth. Okay. I want to pull one more card. Spirit, how do they do that? That's hard. That's vulnerable. Oh man. Got the moon. It's a mystery. Whoa. What? This is a very peculiar card. There's a lot of peculiarity about this card, which I won't talk about. Let's take a look at it. It's peculiar. The moon clarifying the sun. I'm telling you, it's an eclipse energy. Eclipse energy. Weren't we talking about moon energy before? So I don't know when the next eclipse is. You might want to look it up. By the next eclipse, there's some expression that needs to come out. It needs to be expressed from you. It's like accessing the visceral, the immediate, and also the subconscious as well. The moon represents Pisces energy. So this is Leo and Pisces energy. You know, outside of your comfort zone, right? It's not an earth energy, but maybe that's the challenge. That's the advice from Spirit, right? We're not try to find a way to access your emotions and feelings, but when you express it, do it in a very grounded way, right? A grounded way, like the electricity, like the lightning bolt has to connect to something. Because you come at somebody with all of this, if you're trying to express yourself, it can be overwhelming, right? There has to be balance. There has to be a balance. So that's your reading, Capricorn. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate all your feedback and your support. Please tell your friends. That's nice too. Thanks, Capricorn.